Hey, I know the last time I made a video I said, you know, I might be sick. Well, now I fucking know I'm sick. I'm probably dying. It's terminal. It's game over. I have a minor cough and, you know, some nasal drainage, so, you know, I'm pretty much dead already. Oh, man, oh, it's terminal. It's game over, man. These minor inconveniences are, they're gonna kill me. Jokes aside, here's just some stuff that I want to see the DCEU do. I need to fucking not say it like that. It's probably hard to understand me. Well, that was fucking bizarre. Morty, I gotta fucking, I turned myself into a fucking idiot, Morty. The DCEU, some stuff that I want to see them do. They've confirmed the multiverse. And they're saying that Joker does not exist in the Batman movie. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm thinking they're lying, and there's gonna be some twist at the end. Because what the fuck, bro?
Alfred!
Y'all remember back in, like, I don't know, what was it, the 60s through 80s, there was, like, no Joker to be found in the comics, aside from one-off appearances? The chick just did not like the Joker, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, I wasn't there at the time, but when I was reading up on it, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
going to search for clues.
Just tell me how I can help.
Get over
People are always like, oh man, I wish I was born in a different
I'm
decade.
on my way.
And I'll be honest,
Find him, Bruce.
I'm not quite fond of 2020. Thankfully, it's over. But
focus. Figure out what happened here.
I'm content being in this decade, honestly, man. This decade is, I got some pretty cool Batman stuff that just wouldn't fucking exist in the 60s. So, I'm pretty happy here. Aside from the fact that this minor cold is probably going to kill me. Right? Guys? All jokes aside, just in case you couldn't tell, I'm perfectly fine. I just have a cold. I hope. It could be the virus, but I don't think so. It's probably just a cold. I've done everything fucking right to avoid that virus, and then I get a cold, so I'm fucking grateful that it's probably just a cold. But, yeah, so the DC Extended Universe, it was merged with, the Arrowverse. The way I remember it, it was,
Face was knocked over in the struggle.
I have to read up on, or watch that crossover again, but, the way I remember it, it was destroyed and brought back with the main Arrowverse universe.
This pool cue was used as a weapon.
And merged, and
broken half.
I think, like, dude, 2020, I know it was last year and that's when the crossover concluded, but I can't fucking keep shit straight anymore with this year. I mean,
Looks like it came off a
I walked outside the other day and I was like, fuck, the sun is yellow? The sky is blue? Actually, I'm gonna be real here, the sky has been kind of like fucking, almost like fucking green lately, but whatever. Green and gray, someone fucking lit something on fire and the sky turned gray, it was fucking weird.
Alfred used
but,
the pool cue as a weapon. Broke it across his attacker's head. When that didn't stop him,
yeah, like,
used the jagged end to stab him.
We very clearly saw Ezra Miller's Flash just fucking get obliterated. Why? What happened? I need to know. How
completely destroyed.
My thoughts are not coming out in an organized fashion. What I mean is,
But they got it
how is he still
anyway.
alive? Like, what the fuck? Does the Arrow, like, well, the way I'm thinking about it, it would kind of be unfortunate, but Zack Snyder's Justice League will tie into the original DCEU, which got wiped out. I really want to see what the fuck Batman was doing during the whole Crisis thing. But, like, during Crisis, what the fuck? Like, so he fell out of the Speed Force and got eviscerated. And we hear a reference to Cyborg, and you know all of that shit. Like what the fuck? So perhaps the Snyder cut of Justice League will be.
Lady Arkham must have used the concussion blast from her staff to try and stop Alfred.
It will be in the original DCEU, and then the one that was rebuilt by Oliver Queen as the fucking Spectre. That doesn't sound right. No, I was right, dude. I'm like so minorly inconvenienced by just this cold that I'm forgetting just DC knowledge and lore and shit. I'm gonna have to redo everything. I'm gonna have to do my fucking homework before I can continue this. But yeah, so the Spectre, his final act, he rebuilt the multiverse and you know all of that. They still can't access the multiverse, but I'm thinking if they access the Speed Force, then they can find a way to access the multiverse. And yeah, your boy Ezra Miller was just wiped out. So I think that Wonder Woman 84, like, the universe played out extremely similarly, but now the branching paths are explained by the Crisis event. So Ezra Miller is over here, and he gets wiped out, and Batman's probably like, yo, what the fuck is happening? And then he gets eviscerated. And Wonder Woman's probably doing some shit. Like, I kind of want them to explain that, right? Like, at the end of the Snyder Cut, if they get Snyder Cut 2 of Justice League, they tell Zack Snyder, hey, you gotta change the ending or whatever, or you gotta find some way to merge it with this. You know, so then we see what all of the Justice League were doing during that time. And so the Snyder Cut, so they can do Justice League and have the shitty one in continuity and the good one out of continuity. And they explain it that way. The universe that came back is not exactly the same as the universe that got destroyed. It's fucking genius. It's fucking... I'm a genius. Now, one of the interesting things is they've confirmed Earth 1 and 2 of the the DCEU has an Earth 1 and an Earth 2. And Robert Pattinson's Batman will be Earth 2 and Ben Affleck's will be Earth 1. Now, unfortunately, Batman will not be played by Ben Affleck, unfortunately, anymore. But that Batman will continue after the Flash movie. It'll just be a new actor. That kind of fucking sucks, but alright, I'm down. More Batman, so it's just as long as they make a good movie. The way that DC is handling things now, like a few days ago I made a video, or a few weeks ago I made a video saying that Disney should buy DC. And I finally uploaded that video, but I don't really agree with that sentiment anymore. I think that they're fixing shit. Ray Fisher's still being a problem, though. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. But yeah, so... Yeah. Now, I'm hoping that they eventually do Dark Knight's Metal. Maybe that's like Batman, or the Batman 2, or the Batman 3, something like that. But it'd be cool if you had, like, Batman Into the Batverse. So it just crosses over with, like, and you know what, it's a little animated movie, maybe not like a big live action thing, but it's in continuity with the big live action thing. So you have Robert Pattinson's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, and Kevin Conroy's Batman, and then Will Friedle. I never know that guy's last name, unfortunately. But his Batman Beyond, and they're like the four Batmen of the movie, and they go around the different universes, fixing the problems, and maybe they run into the other Batman and whatever. Only I think they should have some references to the Justice League and stuff, because one thing I don't like about the Spider-Verse movie is it felt so small. It's like, it's an entire universe, but the only hero in it is Spider-Man. That's weird. So, you know, maybe we see Wonder Woman, have a Wonder Woman cameo or something like that. And you don't have to pay the actor or anything, because they don't have to be there. You just see them fighting or something like that in the background. That'd be cool. Oh, make it even better. So, the 4 Batman that I mentioned would be from Batman vs. Superman, The Batman, Batman the Animated Series, and Batman Beyond. But let's go a little bit more meta. You could bring in the Arkham Batman, like how the Spider-Geddon crossover brought in the Spider-Man of the PlayStation 4 game. And then you can bring in the Injustice Batman. So yeah, maybe you do need to get some other actors, because I think if you get in the Injustice Batman, what would be really cool is if, like, Ben Affleck's Batman starts talking to Robert Pattinson's, and then the Injustice Batman shows up, and he's dealing with Superman. That'd be lit. Yeah, and so then you just deal with multiple different, like, Jokers and stuff. Jokers, right? No, you know what? No multiple villains, I don't think. You just get the Joker from the Arkham series, or no. The Joker from, you get Jared Leto. You get the Riddler from Robert Pattinson's Batman. The, Superman from the Injustice Universe. Oh, sick, dude. Yeah. The Superman from the Injustice Universe is the big bad. And, I guess the Tim Drake Joker, but you'd have to do some timeline shenanigans. And then, it's not the same, it's not a clone. It's Joker Beyond, different character. And, then you get the, Harley Quinn from the animated series. And then you could throw in some rogues every now here and there, you know? But I think that'd be cool, right? Let me know if anyone wants Batman into the Batverse. Get that shit trending, maybe that'll happen, and maybe DC will be like, oh, money to be made there. Actually, it's probably a waste of time, but, you know, still, I think that would be really cool. Is everyone down? Now, I think that would be lit, right? You could throw in a few oddball Batman, because I guess there's not really any oddball characters like Spider-Ham or Spider-Man Noir. But that, you know, they'll figure it out, I'm sure. But that would be fucking lit. You have a bunch of Bruce Waynes, but one of them happens to be Terry McGinnis. And hey, maybe this is about... No, never mind, that doesn't work. I was gonna say this is about, like, Terry McGinnis learning to become Batman, but that already happened. As you can see, I'm just kind of excited, and so I'm not really thinking clearly, and also I'm kind of sick, and my brain is, like, foggy. I had a headache all last night, and my brain's just been foggy since I woke up. But, yeah, I think all this would be really cool. I think, additionally, 2 good post-credit scenes that I've had stuck in my head for the Batman. The Robert Pattinson one, by the way. One would be really cool. It's like the mid-credit scene. And so there's a yellow light in the sky. And then it's a yellow lantern ring, a Sinestro Corps ring. And it lands on Scarecrow's finger. And Scarecrow's the big bad for the next movie. And then, one would be the post-credit scene. And so Batman just kills Joker. And then, Batman, like, becomes Joker, like the Batman Who Laughs. And then in the next movie, they're like, alright, so that wasn't the actual Batman. Our Batman is still fine, but that's the Dark Multiverse Batman Who Laughs, coming into play. I think that'd be really cool. Right? Is anyone down? I wonder if the movie has a rating yet. I'm sure it's gonna be PG, but, like, fucking... I could go over some R. I think Zach's upset. Alright, yeah, crisis averted. That guy fucking loses his shit anytime a bad sound comes on. So anyways, yeah, like, I think it would be cool to have an R-rated Batman movie. One thing I hate is people are like, the conversation comes up about Batman having an R-rated movie, and people are like, well, yeah, sure, Batman's Rogues Gallery they can do some R-rated stuff. But Batman can't have an R-rated movie. And I'm like, why the fuck not? Batman doesn't have to be doing any brutalizing or maiming or killing or anything like that. Even though, you know, he does brutalize people pretty regularly. Like, his whole he doesn't wear kitty gloves, guys. Batman breaks bones. Batman has to kill sometimes. Batman tortures even. Fucking watch my Telltale video. That one's fucking metal. But you know, Batman, he doesn't have to be doing anything R-rated. It would be the Rogues Gallery doing that. And people say, well, fuck, Batman's comics are PG. So are his Rogues Gallery. Yet Joker was a critical hit. And people want R-rated Bane and Captain Cold movies. Not Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze movies. So, like, come the fuck on. People are wanting a Joker 2 for Pete's sake. Or for fuck's sake. I said Pete's sake. That made me sound like a child. But, like, come on, man. Joker, like, Deadpool has a fucking PG comic run. Originated in a PG comic run. And has never ventured outside of that unless it's a Marvel, or Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe book. And yet, that made an R-rated movie. I don't understand where people are coming with that. People love Suicide Squad, and they're like, oh, it should get an R-rated movie. Came from PG source material, motherfucker. Not only is it, you know, some of those people are Batman's rogues, maybe a little too many of them are Batman's rogues, but the Suicide Squad books are PG. So, like, what the fuck? Batman can't have an R-rated movie. There's just a double standard. The biggest thing that I've heard that actually makes sense is DC wants money, and theoretically, R-rated movies would make less money. Not necessarily, but in theory. And I understand that. That would definitely be a good reason to not make an R-rated movie. But at the same motherfucking time, that has nothing to do with Batman being PG. That has something to do with WB wanting money. And guess what? I'm about to fucking slip you a new one. Batman Arkham Knight is M-rated. Granted, it's mostly for language, which I don't understand. But it's M-rated, which is essentially an R rating. It's for the dumbest reason, I think. But whatever, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying. Like, I went to Walmart, or I went to GameStop one day. Picked up the game, I went to go pay for it. And they're like, kid, I'm gonna need a parent. I'm like, what the fuck? I told you I'm 18. And they're like, yeah, I'm not buying your bullshit. So, yeah. I went and bought it digitally. And I got the disc, but whatever. Like, so motherfucker, I know it's M-rated. And guess what? Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition are fucking rated. People want in Justice League are fucking rated. What do these quantify in our rating, honestly? They're all coming from PG source materials. What the fuck, guys? Yeah. I'll never understand that. So yeah, I'm saying that they could totally use an R rating. And guess what? The Batman Who Laughs, I'd say that motherfucker quantifies an R rating. He brutalizes, kills, maims, and laughs the whole time. To quote Fred Jones, we're dealing with one sick son of a bitch. So, I mean, come the fuck on. Guys, I got a new idea for Smash Bros. And hear me out. What if the balls got hard too? Alright, yeah, that was dumb. Anyways, guys, I got a new idea for Smash Bros. And hear me out. The cutscene shows Sephiroth falling to the floor. Or the trailer shows Sephiroth falling to the floor. And then, like a weird green thing goes into his mouth. And he gets back up. And then he rips off his jacket and you just see his bare chest. And he pulls out his sword. And then a mysterious figure, a mysteriously silhouetted figure just walks up behind Mario and Sonic and Mega Man and Cloud. And just says, yo, and it turns out to be Goku. Goku has just brought back Sephiroth with a sensu bean. And Sephiroth's just like, this is even better than a Phoenix Down. Guys, you know that's going to be the next trailer for Smash Bros. You fucking know it. Goku for Smash confirmed. I have currently developed a theory that Batgirl is stuck in an abyss, of which she will probably never come out. So WB makes a whole lot of horrible decisions with their characters and whatever, which I guess legally they're decisions to make. But when you want money, what the fuck is wrong with you? So Batgirl was not allowed on Titans because they had plans for that character. But now we have WB saying that making a Batgirl movie is a risky decision. So DC's going to have 4 movies a year and 2 movies on HBO Max. That's cool, but under risky characters, which shows a lack of faith in their properties, they said a Batgirl movie and a Static movie. Static Shock. Static Shock seems risky to me, but Batgirl? She could headline her own movies. Easy, and make a lot of money, easy. But DC doesn't have any faith in that. So, you know, Batgirl can't be on a TV show because she's a movie character. She can't be on a movie because she's too risky. Just think about that real quick. That means her character currently resides in an abyss. An endless abyss, of which there is no return. Look, they keep mismanaging the fuck out of things. The whole point of DC Universe is, hey look, we have TV shows and movies that you can't get anywhere else. We couldn't possibly put this on the CW. And then they come out with Titans and Doom Patrol, and why the fuck not? Sure, it's R-rated as fuck, right? You got a little bit of nudity every now and then. You got a lot of swearing and violence. Censor those elements. The fuck is the difference? You censor those elements, which would actually be better for the shows, in my opinion. What's the difference? I don't think the CW is doing things better, and maybe those wouldn't necessarily be better for the shows, but one thing that was headlined and memed was the "fuck Batman" line from the pilot. Or maybe not pilot, but the premiere episode. Yo, what the fuck? Batman's fine, he's like their biggest character, so he can be in a movie, but not a TV show, which I still think is dumb. Superman is, like, you know, he's also the Trinity, part of the Trinity, so he'll get his movies, but apparently he can also get a TV show. But he wasn't allowed to be used on DC Universe or HBO Max as far as I'm aware. Instead, he's going to be on the CW. So again, why the fuck am I paying? Why the fuck? Excuse me. Superman is one of your most popular characters, so you put him on the CW and in movies, but on the one service I actually have to pay for, I don't get Superman. Excuse me. And Wonder Woman, she can't get her own TV show unless she's a tokenized character. So they change her race. I mean, to be honest, I have no idea what's happening with DC Future State, but I have no idea if those are the same characters or if they're different characters with the same code names and stuff. I know BatMan is a different one, but way before I knew anything about this Brazilian Wonder Woman, she's popping up on a TV show in the Arrowverse. I was like, who the fuck is that? So the only reason we're able to get a Wonder Woman TV show in the CW is because they changed her race or ethnicity or whatever. And I'm just very fucking confused what their priorities are. I think DC's decisions have shown a lack of confidence in what they can do, and a lack of confidence in their characters. It's stupid to me, right? I don't get it. And then you take... My least favorite thing is when you take characters out of an existing universe to put them in your shitty movie, and then you cancel the shitty movie. Deathstroke appeared at the end of Justice League, so he couldn't be in the Arrowverse. And because they were going to do something with him in Ben Affleck's Batman movie. So Ben Affleck's Batman movie gets canceled. They don't do anything with Deathstroke ever, but he can't be put back in the Arrowverse. He can, however, be put on Titans, which is fucking weird and strange. I don't fucking understand. And you know what? The worst thing is, if Deathstroke was going to be the big bad for Titans Season 2, which he was, if they had suddenly decided to make that movie happen again, start production, they'd have had to rush through their Deathstroke plotline because he would have been taken out of that universe too. And then, Deathstroke wouldn't be in an abyss, but he'd be yanked back and forth between DC TV and DC movies. I say DC just cancel their slate of shows or their slate of movies and make a merger into one. They cancel all upcoming new shows and they keep their old ones around until they've run their course. And then once they're done, they make a merger, and DC movies and TVs are run by the same people, and they do what Marvel does. Marvel has a world of possibilities. They're basically saying anything can happen on our Disney Plus shows. You could get if Iron Man were still alive, you'd have Iron Man running around. You can have Hawkeye coming around. You can have the Incredible motherfucking Hulk show up in WandaVision. I don't know if he will or not. And then again, WandaVision is a TV show about the characters from the fucking movies. But no, Batman, no, he can't appear on TV whatsoever. I mean, boy, you fucking know, if Batman were in Disney's hands and he had a fucking TV show, he would be selling like fucking hotcakes. Selling like fucking hotcakes. They'd make so much fucking money. Just look where the company of WB is versus, or WB and AT&T versus Disney and Marvel. Just look where they're at. Two drastically different approaches. Who is your favorite Marvel character of all time? Say it. I guarantee you they're getting a movie. Or they're getting a TV show, I mean. Did you say Kamala Khan? Did you say Hawkeye? Did you say The Incredible Hulk? Did you perhaps say Spider-Man? Wolverine? Cyclops? Did you say fucking War Machine or Iron Man? I guarantee you, at some point, they will get a TV show. Or they will at least be featured on one. Now, I guess right now, you know, dead characters are out of the question. Do you like Falcon and Winter Soldier? Well, guess what? They're fucking headlining a series. Oh, what's that? You like Moon Knight? Well, he's getting a series. But do you want, you know, Superman, Wonder Woman? Do you want the fucking Justice League Trinity? Well, that's too fucking bad. You're not getting any of those characters in a TV show. You want the fucking Avengers to have TV shows? Well, most of them probably will. Dude, I'm just fucking saying. I guarantee you, down the line, or down the road, we will see Iron Man in a Disney Plus series. Maybe he'll be in the suit, and maybe you won't hear him talking. You'll just see him fly by. That is good enough for fucking me, honestly. And that's good enough to prove my point. Because you're not going to see Batman swinging by on a grappling hook in a DC series. Are you? Like, what's the deal? Like, if it seems like I'm a DC hater nowadays, that's just because the brand has just fucking... Almost every decision they make pisses me off because they just don't care about the people who want their content. They basically spit in their face, and then, you know, they make shitty movies, and then they're like, oh, people didn't like our movie? Well, it's obviously their fault. I mean, they tried to fucking start a fucking civil war over... What was it, BVS or... I can't remember if it was Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, or Justice League. It was one of those movies. They were like, well, it's for the fans, not the critics. They tried to fucking start a civil war between the fan base. Let's be honest. Let's keep it a $178,000. So... So yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to everything that that DC is producing currently, but I just think they could do a lot more. And well, I'm not super fond of WB, to be honest with you. I like DC. I hate WB and I hate AT&T, honestly. Like, come on. As companies, you know, I guess I'll support them by supporting DC, but I mean, come on.
How is this?
Their idiotic decisions just
Maybe.
Dude, fucking who's your favorite MCU villain?
You okay?
Outside of Thanos. I guarantee you I'm going to guess it. I'm guessing 20% of you said Red Skull. 40% of you said probably Killmonger. And then the rest of you said Loki. Well, guess what?
You want to stay?
No word yet on Red Skull or Killmonger, but I wouldn't put it past them on either of those coming back.
Of course I am.
But Loki, he's getting a show on Disney Plus. Who's your favorite DC villain? The Joker? The Reverse Flash? Well, actually, the Reverse Flash, that's a bad example. The Joker, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Lex Luthor. I guarantee you they're not getting a series.
I suppose.
So we need to make the most of the time we have. To live our lives
Doomsday?
the way we want
Well, Doomsday's not getting a fucking series. That's a fact. What's he gonna do? Chronicle, like, be like a fucking Transformers movie where he's just an unstoppable force? Dude, actually, it'd be so cool if we got to see, like, a series. Fuck it, I'm not giving them ideas. They're just gonna take it and not give me royalties. So, you know, later.
You need to embrace this moment. Right?
I'm glad I met you, Cloud. I really am. I'm grateful for all the words we've shared, for all the moments and the memories. You've made me more happy than you know. And I'll always cherish what you've given me. But whatever happens, you can't fall in love with me. Even if you think you have, it's not real.
Do I get a say in all this?
It's almost morning. Time to go.
I'm coming for you.
I'm just sitting here, minding my own business, and it seems like God's sending out nerfs and buffs. He seems to be buffing the squirrels and buffing the virus and just nerfing all of humanity. It's like, come on, man. This is not balance. There's some freaking... I keep running into suicidal tree rodents anytime I try to cross the road in my car. But apparently, there are some homicidal tree rodents as well. Like, come on, man. Someone like, just got absolutely obliterated by a fucking tree rodent. That doesn't happen. That shouldn't happen. Like, what the fuck? Buff humans, please. So fucking, they need to send in the nerfs for these tree rodents. I mean, to be honest, if it's on me, I have a high pain tolerance. So if it's on me, I'll just grab it by the neck and then remove it from my hand and then snap its neck. Seems pretty easy. I mean, yeah, it would startle me, so it'd probably injure me a lot, but high pain tolerance, just fucking snap its neck, my dog. My dude. I'm not gonna snap your neck, Diva. Stop doing that. But... like, what the fuck? Send in the buffs, please. It added, like, a +3 to... or, like a +3,000 to aggression. And, like, a -200 to self-control. And just sent it to the fucking squirrel's brain. Let's be real, 2020 is weird, and that's how they're gonna end the year, is just with tree rodents killing people. Fucking, we got the murderer hornets. The homicidal tree rodents. It's like, what the fuck, man? This isn't a fighting game. Achieving balance should be pretty fucking easy. They just evolved with a They're not even, like, endangered animals. Except for the one that I almost ran over with my car, but it was retarded, so it's fine. I don't know if I should cut that, because that came out way wrong. I didn't mean the implication that had... Yeah, I'm gonna gauge reaction on this video and delete it if I find it necessary. Because that came out wrong on so many levels. So... like... I don't know if I want to keep that in. But, yeah, the point of the story, send in the buffs. We need humans to be buffed a little bit. They're a little fragile. I mean, freaking, you know, you fucking get a human in one of its very weird arteries and, you know, it's game over. But these fucking squirrels, Like,
Eric.
She's tougher than me. Alright, time to get some payback.
Don't forget why we're doing this.
I know. To rescue Aerith.
So, how are we supposed to get topside? With everything that's happened, the trains still aren't running.
Well, we could walk along the tracks.
The city's on high alert. All the roads and public transit have probably been locked down.
so I've seen how some Democrats, not all, not most, but some, act. And I know firsthand, I've seen how Republicans can tend to get a little riled up over politics. So I suspect a war is coming. So anyways, I suspect a war is coming. And, yeah, I feel like riots. I've already seen some people get riled up when I'm at work. And now that things are no longer going Trump's way, and Biden seems to be winning, next time I go to work, I'm just going to be careful, I suppose.
Doesn't seem to be anything else here.
I noticed a few customers that were regulars that don't normally have anything on them have been bringing guns with open carry, and someone else mentioned concealed carry. So that's their right to do, obviously. I have no problem with that. But when they weren't doing that before, and then the election happens, and now they're doing it, that gets me a little worried. It's like, oh, fuck. So, I don't know, man. I've mapped out good escape routes at work and identified a lot of things that we use as weapons, so I'm just going to be careful next time.
That's a big lead.
But, yeah. There are already people predicting people, like, groups armed with assault rifles are going to start rioting and shit.
The basement.
So,
What's that outside?
yeah.
Give me a second. They're by a bus stop.
There we go.
Okay, I think we have enough to pinpoint a location.
So, yeah, this is going to suck, I think. I know that this is going to happen either way, but I heard it's going to be much worse if Trump didn't win. And it doesn't seem like he's going to. So, this isn't my, like, well, if you haven't voted, yeah, you should vote for Trump, because that's not how that works. I'm pretty sure voting period's up. I'm just saying, like,
These are all the homes serviced by this
shit's happening. People at work are talking about it. I'm...
Get the bus line from this. No stop number. This will help pinpoint the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's gonna be something, isn't it? I'll update you if anything ever actually happens. Work starts tomorrow for me, so at this point,
Seems unlikely.
so. Yeah. Later, guys.
You are not going to believe this.
What is it?
Lady Arkham is back at the Vale House, where she killed her foster parents. According to its records, it has a basement.
Well, just in case she's expecting you.
What is that?
Something I almost didn't get to finish because of Penguin. It's the most advanced version yet.
Lady Arkham will have no idea what I've got up these sleeves. Well done, Lucius.
Okay, Vanguard. The broadcast hub is closed.
I hope it's still in one piece. Look what the nebula's done to that moon.
I tried what it could do to our ships.
Could be worse.
Alright, guys, my voice is still a little weird, but I'm in recovery. I'm not contagious. I'm not coughing or anything. I'm going back to work soon. By soon, I mean tomorrow. So, fuck yeah. I really sucked having to miss everything. But, you remember when I said a war was coming? Or maybe I haven't put that video out yet. I'm pretty sure I've gotten a few videos with that little, you know, yeah, I was fucking right. Like, look at my politics video, it mentions it somewhere, I'm sure. The, oh, Trump literally fucking, dude, I'll be honest, I voted for Trump. I believe Trump earned his spot. I believe everything about the whole, like, you know, about the voter fraud. But Trump's not doing very good at proving that. If they just make that shit, if they do like a public information request, they can get the voter information and match it up and do polls and like, did you, what is this saying versus, there are ways to prove this, but they're not doing shit about it. Anyways, they're storming the fucking Capitol. They're fucking taking heads and shit. I mean, I don't think anyone's died, but people have been injured. Guys, what the fuck is wrong with you? All of you have earned a special place in hell. What the fuck are you doing? We're in the middle of a pandemic and you're hoarding that shit. Like, you go over there and die with it, please. It needs to be nowhere near me or my family. And then, I mean, these like, fuck, I thought we were out of the woods. And then Trump literally just says, yeah, why don't we storm the Capitol? Then they stormed the Capitol. He was like, I wasn't being literal. You've taken this literal. Yeah, fuck. I mean, you know what? I know what he said. I know what he meant. But either way, there was just no reason that this should... There's no defending that. He should have kept his mouth shut. He should have stopped doing speeches during a... He's kind of a freaking moron, honestly. The last 4 years have been great. Everything that's happened in the last 4 or 5 months, 4 or 5, 6 months, his fault. His fault completely. I'm not talking about the virus. The virus had nothing to do with him, but yeah, his fault completely. Now the virus is getting worse. Dude, 2021, everything's supposed to go back to normal, but it just isn't going back to normal at all. I kind of knew, you know what? But I'm hoping that we can be done with the legacy of 2020. We can be done with the legacy of 2020 by, I don't know, like 3 months. Because we've had an entire year that's been plagued with this virus, all these politics. You know what? 2016 fucking sucked. You know, we had the politics going on, people were pissed off. People were like, oh, 2016 was such a bad year. And I mean, I felt that more than anyone else. My house caught on fire. I was trapped in a hotel for 4 months. My dogs, my pets, they were all trapped. And then some of them died, unrelated, but, you know. And, you know, I felt that more than anyone, honestly. I mean, unless, you know, they had... But, you know, politics... I mean, you know, I had to deal with the politics. And my fucking house burned... it didn't burn down. You know, we got the fire pretty quickly, but... You know, you know, my house was on fire. So, it was a pretty traumatic time for me, too. But I would go through all of 2016 again if we could just have 2020 never happen. I mean, yeah, in 2020, I finally got a job, and I don't want to get rid of that. But it's like Avengers Endgame, man. It's like, we need to restore things to the way they were, but we can't get rid of what we have. It's shitty. But Trump should just stop doing the rallies. There's no reason he can't do it over the internet or something like that. There's no reason he needs to be in person. There's no like the bullshit. He's like, oh, well, I'm not doing an election over the internet because that's not an election at all. And then he's like, I'm not going to do mail-in ballots. Just shut the fuck up for like 5 seconds. Our country is fucking at war with itself, and it's your fault. I mean, even Trump realizes at this point that this is his fault because he's just like, guys, this isn't what I meant when I said that. So he knows that people took what he said the wrong way. And, you know, traditionally, is that, you know, something that is directly on him? Maybe not. But he's been doing this for a while. It's bullshit, honestly. The whole thing. People, just stay in your house, stay home, be logical, stop being sheep. These people are definitely sheep. I'm sorry. But I'm sure a lot of these people are also anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers and all of this shit. Like, come on, just... I don't you stay in your fucking house. I'm gonna fucking arm myself. Dude, I don't even feel safe anymore, which I said before as well. But, like, I don't know, I'm gonna arm myself with something. Anyone who so much just fucking looks at me wrong, I'm thinking. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. I'm not actually trying to threaten anyone, but don't start no shit and there won't be no shit, let's just say that. Alright guys, stay safe. I'm sure this will blow over eventually. Stay safe, stay careful, stay happy, in a happy mindset, whatever that requires. We need to get through this, and eventually we will. I'll be honest, I'm a Republican, I think. At least that's my mindset. But people are loyal to Trump when they should be loyal to the fucking country, honestly. Clearly they're not doing what's in the best interest for the country. Maybe they think they are, but they're kind of stupid. Or they're extremely stupid. Like, what is their goal when they're breaking into into the Capitol, whatever the fuck that place was called, the Congress place? What the fuck is their goal? Are they gonna be taking heads and shit? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna leave this here. Seriously, if you have some sort of depression, you know, talk that out, get some help. This year isn't gonna be what kills us, so we'll get through this. Just stay safe, stay at home. Unless you got a job, in which case, just be careful at the job. Like me, I can't say I'm staying at home, but just be careful, guys. And before you know it, I'll be doing another video. Maybe I'll be doing a video about how all of this shit just doesn't matter after a few weeks, you know? Maybe I'll be doing a video like, we made it, 2020's legacy is over, something like that. Fingers crossed, right? Alright, bye guys.
Do me a favor. Stop that crazy bitch.
So, somehow, this is a race situation. The police, you know, letting people into the Capitol during, you know, all of that. The police taking selfies. No, I just want it to be said, this police force was absolutely retarded. I don't care who that pisses off. They were retarded. This isn't a race thing. During the protests, there were plenty of white people that got beat up. Sure, it was primarily black people, but you know why that is? That's because primarily the people causing the problems were black people, since it was literally about a black problem. In my opinion, it was a human problem, but was it not called Black Lives Matter? Was that not what the situation was? Black problem, black lives. What happened in the Capitol, regardless of color, is just the police force being fucking retarded. Honestly, I think no matter what happened during both the protests and during both the assault on the Capitol, I think people should have been executed very publicly. I think their deaths should have been used as an example. Lethal force should have been authorized from the beginning with that. If I were on that police force, people would have been shot dead either way. I'm surprised they didn't just... If the crowd probably would have dispersed if you unloaded 2 into the air and 3 into the people in front of you. Violent problems need to have violent solutions. Or require violent solutions. Violence begets violence. And here, everyone's like, oh, look how happy everyone was that this happened. It's clearly a race problem. Anyone who agrees with that fucking sentiment is also retarded. So, I really want, like, 2 MCU tie-in games, with some, like, extra content and stuff, and I've been thinking, like, what movies need to be in these games? It's only going to be 2 games, so you can't have, like, all of the movies and the TV shows and stuff like that, but I was thinking, part 1, like, think about Final Fantasy VII, how they're releasing that in 2 parts. So, part 1 should have recaps for the movies that aren't in there. But Iron Man 1 gets in the game. Then they recap. Okay, so I guess chronologically speaking, Captain Marvel, no, Captain America is in there, and then they recap Captain Marvel, and then they have Iron Man, then they recap Iron Man 2, then you have Thor, then they recap the Avengers, then you have Thor 2. And then there's like some shenanigans where you get to play as all of the Avengers at some point towards the end. I don't know. Then they do a little bit of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I think then you add X1 and X2. And then boom. Now, why are the X movies in there? Well, keep following me and you'll see. So then, ow. So then, part 2. You have Avengers Age of Ultron. That's where you start. Kind of like Lego Marvel's Avengers. And let me get like a chronological map real quick, actually. Go back. Do not start with Thor. So take Thor 2 off the other list. Sorry, I have like Star Wars music playing. So take Thor 2 off of the list in the first one, and don't start with Age of Ultron. You do Hulk, Thor 2, and then Age of Ultron. And put Thor. So put Thor after Iron Man 2, which I think we did. And then Thor 2 after the Hulk. And Iron Man 3 before Thor 2. And then Captain America the Winter Soldier. Recap Guardians of the Galaxy. No. Recap, so do Guardians of the Galaxy. Recap Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Then is Age of Ultron. Recap Ant-Man. Do Captain America Civil War. Recap Spider-Man Homecoming. Recap Doctor Strange. Recap Black Panther. Then do Thor Ragnarok. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp. Recap Black Widow. Do Infinity War and Endgame. Oh, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. Then add Marvel's Defenders and recap all of the Netflix shows. And then do X-Men Dark Phoenix. And then do the 2 Deadpools. The second part is really beefy, I know, but just bear with me. So yeah, the X movies are there because Deadpool is going to be part of the MCU soon, and it seems like it's going to be the exact same Deadpool. We've known for a little while that the actors would be the same, but now it seems like, just in general, the character is the same. So, add in Deadpool, man. PGify it, though, for the video game. I know people aren't going to like that, just bear with me, do your own thing, but follow that roughly. Because if you're going to want it in a game, you can't have an M-rated game just because Deadpool's there. Right? It's an MCU game, so you got to keep that same tone all throughout.
Eating your vegetables can help you to grow stronger and taller.
Zachy isn't even here right now, so I'm tired of watching his music, or listening to his music. But the, yeah, so, the Avengers, game, that would be sick, right? Yeah, and then you have the X-Men stuff too, so. Also, I opted in for X-Men Dark Phoenix over X-Men 3, because Dark Phoenix is a bit more interesting. I think, I mean, I haven't seen X3, so I can't say how much of a better movie or worse movie it is, but, I've seen a lot of the set pieces for Dark Phoenix, so that's already set. But yeah, just imagine a game where all of these characters control uniquely and stuff. It's like Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, but for everybody. Something like that, like where you give each character their own Arkham-style treatment. Like if you made a Justice League game from the Arkham people, it wouldn't be like Ultimate Alliance. Which Ultimate Alliance is cool. I'm not hating, okay? I'm just saying. I mean, I just released a video on how much I love Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So, I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying I want everyone to get their own special treatment. Yeah. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think it's a good idea. Peace.